Tell.
Tell.
Well, there's just one thing that... No, I'll never tell.
Look, don't forget to tell Bernie, okay?
And tell me something.
Put the order in and have someone tell Alan and Sarah that I'll be up when I'm done.
Tell that boy no teeth, just lip and suction.
告诉，讲述。
Temper.
Temper.
I know it's hard to see past his short temper and proclamations of revenge, but...
They know he hit me and his temper, and then he could have hit Fred.
Okay, granted, I shouldn't have lost my temper.
You'll find temper tantrums won't help you at Aurora House.
Your worst nightmare, darling, so I'd advise you to get your act together before I lose my temper and dye you white just like you deserve.
硬度是回火，回火。
Temperature.
Temperature.
Body temperature.
Coupled with rise in temperature on re-entry, the contact softens.
My boy came down with chicken pox, had 104 temperature, and my ex-husband was useless, so.
Temperature just went up about 100 degrees.
The temperature indoors.
温度。
Temple.
Temple.
Go ahead, I got him. Put the barrel to his temple.
It probably was gum in the temple, too.
It's written over the portals to the Temple of Apollo at Delphi.
We have all gone to the temple.
Your father was using the temple as a front.
盛唐。
Tempo.
Tempo.
Any fucking moron can wave his arms and keep people in tempo.
He's gonna change tempo, attitude, tone, and voice.
So today we're doing a nice 5-mile tempo run.
The tempo?
This is a tempo run, not a mile race.
速度。
Temporary.
Temporary.
I think suicide is a permanent solution to a temporary problem.
I told you to hire a temporary replacement for 13 2 weeks ago.
Jiminy Cricket? Temporary conscience?
So they assigned me one of those temporary secretaries.
Temporary insanity brought on by acute panic distress syndrome.
暂时的，临时工。
Tempt.
Tempt.
Do not tempt him, shallow ones!
Don't tempt me, because I might make you do it.
Don't tempt me, sir.
He has been sent first to tempt you.
Why do you tempt fate?
诱惑。
Temptation.
Temptation.
Look, there's temptation everywhere.
No man in his senses would marry Lydia under so slight a temptation as 100 a year.
The last thing you need is temptation.
The ultimate devil, whose attraction and temptation was so great, it led to the downfall of both the hero and the dragon.
Well, I know that there are a lot of casinos where you are, and I want to make sure that the temptation isn't too great.
诱惑。
10.
10.
I'll stay another 10 minutes.
Like 10 or 5 years? Get rid of Sid, remake ATN.
Yeah.
And destroy it,
Yeah.
raze it to the ground, yeah?
So my husband is on his way to Waukegan in 10 minutes.
The fuck does he know he's 10?
Warden would only give you 10 minutes with her.
10.
Tenable.
Tenable.
I pray you all, if you have hitherto concealed this sight, let it be tenable in your silence still, and whatsoever else shall hap tonight, give it a understanding but no tongue.
I pray you all, if you have hitherto concealed this sight, let it be tenable in your silence still.
If you have hitherto concealed this sight, let it be tenable in your silence still.
Is it tenable?
Your position is no longer tenable, regardless of how management is restructured.
可守的。
Tenant.
Tenant.
I checked the tenant list.
She wasn't going along with our tenant relocation program.
So can I start looking for a tenant?
A new tenant comes tonight.
Tenant must vacate the premises due to non-payment of rent.
承租人，租借。
10.
Tend.
Baby, you and me gonna have to lay dead for a little while, because I got to tend to my man's well-being.
Dad!
Boys tend to pee on you.
Ew. Yeah, some Hmong people tend to smile or grin when they're yelled at.
You know, when you pay people an hourly rate, they tend to take their time, especially when you treat them like shit.
You saw him and you know me, and you know how I tend to run on when I get nervous.
走向，照料。
Tendency.
Tendency.
Buford Tannen was a notorious gunman whose short temper and a tendency to drool earned him the nickname Mad Dog.
My daughter has
a tendency to repeat herself.
People have a tendency to go away.
She has such a tendency to overreact.
You and I have a tendency towards corpulence.
趋向
tender,
Tender.
Perfectly good, tender, sentimental, have not the tiniest sense of humor, speak several foreign languages brilliantly, and be wonderful at music, obviously.
First, we should have tender emotional sex and then cuddle and then go shoe shopping.
So am I.
Okay, my breasts are tender.
Tender, like I do.
When you say this other side
This tender feminine side.
must speak, do you mean literally speak?
嫩的使变嫩变柔软
tennis,
Tennis.
As young new talent began to break through, Serena was determined to prove she was still the greatest player in world tennis. Having established themselves as two of the most dominant female tennis players in the world, Serena and Venus transformed the sport.
I like a lot of playing tennis.
We could tie our shoes together, our tennis shoes, and we could throw them over telephone wires.
Well, tennis is what I do.
网球
tense,
Tense.
Because you seem pretty tense, brother.
Charles, tense singular?
Oh, baby, you so tense. Yesterday made me realize that Will and I don't always have to be so tense all the time.
You're tense.
紧张的紧张时态
tensile,
Tensile.
Fire, and out shoots a pitot, followed by a high tensile wire designed to support your weight.
Dennis cucculcania. Spins an intricate funnel-shaped web whose strands have a tensile strength proportionately equal to the type of high-tension wire.
Tensile strength is off the charts.
That's high tensile titanium cable.
Too tensile till you drink.
可拉长的
tension,
Tension.
It's highlighting the pain and the tension and the...
The Oppenheimer situation highlights the tension between...
There is no sexual tension.
There's like a tension in the house, and I don't need to be a psychic to pick up on it.
Could you give me some tension, please?
紧张拉紧
tent,
Tent.
I started working when I was 9 years old with a magician in the tent show.
Let's be the first in the tent.
Sticking your tent out on camera? Totally inspired.
We should have zipped up the tent.
Yeah, why don't you get the sheets and then find some sticks or some poles or something? Build a little tent and we'll sleep on the beach, mate.
帐篷住帐篷用帐篷遮盖
tentative,
Tentative.
A tentative proposal packet, which outlines the details.
I'm naturally tentative.
Kind of funny how often new concepts of science find their first tentative forms of expression in the arts.
Very tentative, very nervous, very much in awe of the Soviet team. You ought to pay your tentative bills, partner.
试验性的
tenure,
Tenue.
Denigrating you and urging us not to grant you tenure.
Something I'll address once I have tenure, but for now...
Tenure and everything.
We haven't done anything, and I'm probably about to get tenure.
Will carry no weight in our decision on whether or not to grant you tenure, so again, no cause for concern.
享有
term,
Term.
And then the short term comes around again because, Jesus, we live in the short term, not the long term.
Are you familiar with the term delusions of grandeur? Rich is a relative term.
Why is lady killer a term?
Yeah, hence the term cupless bra.
术语称
terminal,
Terminal.
Because I'm not getting laid until you do, and my blue balls are terminal.
Could have been the terminal cancer.
I think that's in the main terminal.
That domed main terminal?
This is MedSat Medical Terminal, proud home of the finest physicians in the Quadra system.
终端机终点的
terminate,
Terminate.
If we arrive at the conclusion that you're acting in bad faith, we would terminate right now. Payouts under your severance package. Terminate your service.
The Board of Regents has decided to terminate your grant.
Then terminate him for Ronson.
You don't know how hard I found it signing the order to terminate your life.
有结尾的结束使停止
terminology,
Terminology.
Elliot, please, huh, with the terminology?
I don't pretend to know the legal terminology, but I can get a lawyer to help me out about that.
Legal terminology. That's advertising terminology.
术语
Terrace.
Terrace.
From your terrace, do you have this view?
Outside on the terrace.
Well, not in the pool, but around it probably, the terrace.
You want me to have a glass of wine on your terrace?
公寓叠层式的，始成梯田。
Terrain.
Terrain.
Come on, Doc, she couldn't get 10 yards in that terrain.
I thought it fitting, considering the rocky terrain.
See these density changes in the terrain?
Terrain where the weeds have been pulled.
Too low, terrain.
地带
Terrestrial.
Terrestrial.
Non-terrestrial intelligence.
Massive unidentified terrestrial organism.
We specialize in the hunt for massive unidentified terrestrial organisms.
You have carried your work as far as terrestrial science permits.
公寓地球的
Terrible.
Terrible.
Is that so terrible?
Really terrible.
Yeah, it is pretty great, isn't it?
To forget that terrible tragedy, Samantha.
They called the police all sorts of terrible names when they had to let you go yesterday.
What a terrible accident that brought you to this terrible place with so much sadness and so much pain.
可怕的
Terrific.
Terrific.
He was just such a terrific guy.
Oh, that's terrific.
So terrific that you're fine, but wouldn't you rather be fine and happy?
You look terrific.
You were terrific.
非常好的
Terrify.
Terrify.
Maintained focus, didn't get emotional, and tried not to terrify you.
On this movie, he terrified actors.
The film must truly terrify him.
使恐惧
Territory.
Territory.
After what those shifters have done, chipping away at our territory, insulting us.
And by another treaty, if you're not in any country's territory, maritime law applies.
Hey, look, really, I didn't mean to invade your territory.
Hostile territory. I've done shots of the Yukon Territory, Utah Wilderness, Inuit villages in Alaska.
领土
Terror.
Terror.
And if I told you everything else that you don't already know, you'd run from here in terror.
I understand she was a terror to work with.
That's Afghanistan, Iraq, and the global war on terror.
The kids are a terror.
Why is it every time I go somewhere with you, it always ends in violence and terror?
恐怖
Terrorism.
Terrorism.
A harmless gastroerotic terrorism.
The infamous Hydra agent linked to numerous acts of terrorism and political assassinations.
Tonight, Los Angeles has joined the sad and worldwide fraternity of cities whose only membership requirement is to suffer the anguish of international terrorism.
What about terrorism?
You're being held under the Prevention of Terrorism Act.
恐怖主义
Terrorist.
Terrorist.
If a terrorist were to come in here and blow this place up, the banking systems of Japan, Europe, and the United States would never recover.
Right. If there's only room for love in your house, then why did you and Zuko Kamala associate with a terrorist?
The Dragnet is closing in on his terrorist alter ego. So he pays a man to play the part of Lark and has him killed.
The way I see it, there's more evidence of this terror shit being real than God is.
They eliminate targets and they terrify terrorists.
恐怖分子
Test.
Test.
I mean, they never test me because they thought I was the passenger, but I'm taking a drug test.
Let me test Doug. Okay.
No, I'm just going over some of my answers from the polygraph test your dad just gave me.
So if you could just slip me someone else's test results, I can make my own.
测试接受测验
Testify.
Testify.
And you did testify that you haven't loved anyone but yourself for a long time.
But he's willing to testify.
Several experts have been lined up to testify against the Bailey's structural integrity.
Testify that the Emperor has moved against us here.
Will you testify?
证明
Testimony.
Testimony.
Detailed testimony from the prosecution's first witnesses, Cook County Forensics Chief Harvey Woodside.
Given the gravity of the situation and your history with Saul, we're hoping that he will help us locate your father and return him to the Senate for testimony.
My arrest and my testimony?
Then why don't you simply withdraw your testimony and concede that this journey to the center of the galaxy, in fact, never took place?
Your testimony put him away.
正言
Text.
Text.
Can you please just text him and just write, fuck you and your ugly ass scarf, bitch?
I think you got a text.
On a recent visit to Los Angeles, after failing to call, text.
Yeah, for sure. Just text me the address.
You text me if you're feeling ready.
文本
Textbook.
Textbook.
Textbook foreshadowing about the whole birth certificate debacle.
Joanne, you're coming dangerously close to the textbook definition of interfering with a government investigation.
Lay off the textbook approach.
Not to mention, he literally wrote the textbook he teaches from.
The bad news is it's a textbook dislocation, which means it has to be relocated.
教科书
Textile.
Textile.
Batch of toxic waste from your clean textile plant.
A man in the textile industry must know Manchester.
I had an interview this week at a textile farm here in Brooklyn.
The textile people.
30 years in the textile industry and then old Dandy Don got downsized.
纺织品织的
Texture.
Texture.
But it has a certain texture.
Left hand on your temple, this means you're asking for color, texture, specifics.
Oh, but see, it's the texture.
That's why it has such a silky texture.
You know, like, examining the texture of your knee as his...
密度
Thin.
Thin.
But I lived in a house filled with girls for 9 years, and I know that there's nothing better than just being with your sisters.
I mean, he never dealt nothing more than grass in grade school, you know. I'm so much happier with you than I ever was with him.
I've lost more than a few friends out there.
This says that we made over a third more than we usually do.
低
Thank.
Thank.
Having the time of my life, thank you.
Already took care of that, thank you.
Thank you for a great class today, ladies.
Thank you, my Confederate queen.
Yeah, I never did get to thank you for picking the kids up for me.
谢意谢谢
Thankful.
Thankful.
Be thankful it's not your neck.
Be thankful you're talking about court dates.
So I'm so thankful that I got to spend a little time with her, and I can't wait till we meet again one day.
Still, I've got plenty to be thankful for.
Thankful for all the good times that we've spent together.
感谢的
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
People just think it's there, like Thanksgiving or Christmas.
We're grateful for this opportunity to share another Thanksgiving Day as a family.
We're not ordering Thanksgiving dinner.
Well, I know we canceled Thanksgiving with my parents last year because of your shoot in Peru.
Yeah, but add in those scary dogs, and he's like the uncle who shows up for Thanksgiving, you know.
感谢
That.
That.
And I believe, Hank, that was around the time that we took Aunt Marie to the insane asylum.
I read Mom out by that pool.
I've read this tale, there's wedding then betrayal. I know that come the day I want to run and hide.
That should really be a lesson to everyone.
That's an interesting time, Mr.
Ipkiss.
那已知那么
The.
Now, some of the girls like to come here to rest up after the operation.
She was the one with my cock in her mouth in the Ferrari.
Touched for the very first time, like a virgin. Who should the priest be?
那更加
Theater.
Theatre.
Also, one of our lead actors just came down with strep throat, and we're only a week away from opening night, so we were just gonna drive together to the theater. And
Are you like one of those lunatics who just sits next to a complete stranger in an empty movie theater?
Excuse me, do you have any theater biographies that aren't in the rack?
Just this gorgeous man who owns the theater downtown.
Yeah.
You're so good in theater.
戏院
Theater.
Theatre.
Beelzebub, when I was at a Chiller Theater convention, and I had my own table, and he happened to be right next to me.
They drove around for half an hour, then he got out near the theatre.
Hope, having postponed the old actor's visit to what will be our theatre, its abandonment now argues the visit's urgent execution.
I want you all to know that everything that you have seen in my theatre...
I've never seen so much art or theatre.
戏院